The story begins with a tense and ominous atmosphere. The camera zooms in on Earth, where, far beyond our atmosphere, something huge is lurking. It's an alien fleet, commanded by a terrifying artificial intelligence known only as Cronus. This AI isn't just any machine, it's smarter than any human could ever be, and its power is almost limitless. Cronus' fleet is massive, easily outnumbering Earth's defenses, and it's clear that Earth is facing its greatest threat yet. The AI has one simple goal: to bring Earth into its empire, to control humanity, and turn this planet into yet another piece of its vast galactic rule. On the ground, Earth's leaders are scrambling to prepare. Military bases are on high alert, and soldiers are being briefed about the incoming danger. But despite all their efforts, there's a sense of hopelessness hanging in the air. The alien fleet is too powerful. Their technology is far beyond anything humanity has ever seen. Earth's weapons and defenses are outdated compared to Cronus' AI-controlled ships and advanced robots. Everyone knows that Earth's last line of defense is about to face a battle they can't win. In this desperate moment, we meet Major Alex Walker, the story's hero. He's not some overconfident general or a superhuman soldier, he's an underdog, a commander who knows the odds are stacked against him. But what sets him apart is his unshakable resolve. He doesn't have the technology or numbers to win, but he believes in the spirit of humanity. He knows that even if the fight is lost, he and his team will go down fighting for their planet, their families, and their future. His team is his family now, and he's ready to do whatever it takes to protect them. As Major Walker stands with his soldiers, preparing for the battle ahead, the tension in the air is almost unbearable. He glances at his soldiers, who are all in the same position, uncertain of the outcome but determined to fight. His heart beats with a mixture of fear and hope. He gives them a nod, and the preparations begin. There is no turning back now. The final battle for Earth is about to begin. Then, suddenly, the ground shakes. A massive tremor ripples through the planet. An emergency broadcast blares across the airwaves. The alien fleet has arrived. The sky above Earth darkens as countless ships, sleek and metallic, descend from the heavens. The silence is broken by the thunderous roar of alien weapons firing from the skies. Cronus' army has begun its assault, and the first wave of its robotic forces is already landing on Earth's surface. The alien AI's robots are unlike anything humanity has ever encountered. They are massive, towering machines, each one programmed with deadly precision. They swarm over Earth's major cities, firing lasers, launching missiles, and causing widespread destruction. Buildings crumble under the weight of their weapons, and citizens run for their lives, desperate for shelter. The chaos spreads fast. Every major city becomes a battleground, and the hope of a quick victory fades with each passing minute. In the midst of the chaos, Major Walker gives the command for his soldiers to engage. His voice is calm, though his heart is racing. He knows the battle is almost certainly going to be a loss, but there is no other choice. As the first wave of robots approaches, the soldiers prepare to meet them head-on. They are equipped with Earth's best weapons, but even those seem like mere toys against the power of the alien technology. It feels like a suicide mission, but the soldiers fight with everything they have, knowing that if they don't try, Earth is doomed. The battle is brutal and unrelenting. The robots are everywhere, and the human forces are quickly overwhelmed. The sky is lit up by explosions, the ground shakes with the force of each blast, and the air is thick with smoke. Major Walker and his soldiers push forward, firing relentlessly, trying to hold their ground. But for every alien machine they destroy, two more take its place. It seems like the AI's army is endless, and the human forces are being pushed back with every minute that passes. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, Major Walker sees something in the distance, a glimmer of light. He knows this is their last chance to hold Earth's defenses long enough for the final plan to work. The team is determined to make one last stand. Major Walker leads the charge, pushing through the chaos, rallying his soldiers, and refusing to give up, no matter the cost. The first part of the battle is a whirlwind of action and destruction. The robots are merciless, but Major Walker's team holds their ground, fighting with everything they've got. The audience is instantly hooked by the fast-paced combat and the growing desperation of the human forces. With every explosion and every fallen soldier, the tension rises, pulling the viewer deeper into the story. As the battle rages on, the true power of Cronus' AI army becomes all too clear. It's not just the sheer numbers of alien robots and drones that make the situation so dire, it's their intelligence, speed, and precision. Cronus' army is unlike any force Earth has ever seen. These machines aren't mindless soldiers, they're programmed to think, adapt, and destroy with ruthless efficiency. The drones dart across the sky, invisible to Earth's radar thanks to advanced cloaking technology, striking at the most vulnerable points. The robots, towering and relentless, move through cities, crushing everything in their path. They seem unstoppable, and with each passing minute, the human forces are being pushed back, defeated at every turn. Major Walker and his team are struggling to keep up. Despite their best efforts, the human resistance seems helpless against the alien invasion. Every time they strike a blow, Cronus' AI adapts, creating new defenses and weapons. The soldiers are tired, their numbers dwindling, but the AI's forces are still pouring in, stronger and smarter than before. The humans are outmatched in every way. But Major Walker, though overwhelmed, refuses to give up. He knows that time is running out, and Earth's survival depends on one last chance. As Major Walker's team huddles in their temporary base, planning their final counteroffensive, the weight of the situation settles in. They know that they can't fight this battle the way they've been doing. It's not enough to just hold off the AI, they need a real strategy, something that can turn the tide. The military's high command has one hope left, a secret weapon, codenamed Project Titan. This experimental technology has the power to manipulate gravity itself, something that could potentially disable the entire alien fleet if used at the right time. But Major Walker and his team aren't the only ones aware of Project Titan. The clock is ticking, and Cronus' forces are closing in fast. Every second that passes makes their chances of success slimmer. The weapon, though powerful, is also unpredictable. No one knows for sure if it will work or if it will even be ready in time. The pressure on Major Walker is unbearable. His team is exhausted, wounded, and on the verge of defeat, but they still have one mission, to protect Earth and get Project Titan online before it's too late. Among the soldiers in Major Walker's team are two of his closest companions, Bonner and Captain Lara. Bonner is a seasoned fighter, strong and dependable, while Captain Lara is tactical and sharp, always thinking one step ahead. Together, they make an unstoppable duo, but even they know that the road ahead is fraught with danger. They are aware that they may not survive this final push, but they stand by Major Walker, ready to fight to the bitter end. As Major Walker plans the mission, he can't help but think about the sacrifices that might come. He knows that Bonner and Captain Lara, along with the rest of his team, are likely to face the full force of Cronus' army in the final battle. The thought of losing them weighs heavily on his heart, but he knows that Earth's future is worth any sacrifice. The mission is too important. The air is thick with tension as Major Walker's team prepares for their final assault. They are ready to push forward with Project Titan, but they know it's a one-way trip. Once the attack begins, there's no turning back. Major Walker looks at his soldiers, their faces filled with fear but also determination. This will be their last stand. In the midst of all this chaos, Major Walker's leadership becomes even more crucial. The weight of the decision ahead, whether Project Titan will work, whether they'll survive, and whether humanity will win, lies solely on his shoulders. The pressure mounts, but he is determined to lead his team to victory, no matter what the cost. The last stronghold of humanity is a military base hidden deep beneath the Earth's surface, surrounded by the rubble of destroyed cities. It's humanity's final chance, the last hope for Earth's survival. Major Walker and his team, battered and exhausted from days of battle, now face their most critical mission yet. They are about to conduct the final test of Project Titan, the weapon that could potentially destroy Cronus' AI-controlled fleet and save Earth. But before they can activate the weapon, they need to get past the most advanced defense systems the alien AI has ever created. This is a do-or-die mission, and there is no room for failure. The tension is palpable as Major Walker leads his team towards the heart of the base, where Project Titan is housed. Their path is fraught with danger. Above them, the alien fleet unleashes a merciless orbital bombardment, with massive blasts shaking the Earth's surface. The sky is on fire as Cronus ships, hovering above the atmosphere, release waves of energy missiles that rain down on cities, reducing them to ashes. The destruction is relentless, and Earth is slowly being torn apart. The hum of the enemy's weapons fills the air, and the entire world seems to tremble under the attack. Yet, in the midst of this destruction, Major Walker and his team have to remain focused. Their mission is clear, and they can't afford to be distracted by the chaos around them. In this moment of extreme pressure, Major Walker's leadership shines. He knows that every move counts, and that one mistake could cost them everything. The team, however, is ready. They've been through so much together, and they're willing to give their lives to protect Earth. Each member of the team knows what's at stake. The closer they get to the base, the more dangerous it becomes. Every step is a fight for survival, as Cronus machines continue to hunt them down. Using the last of their cloaking technology, Major Walker and his soldiers carefully move through the war-torn streets. The cloaking devices allow them to remain hidden from the AI's surveillance, but the technology is imperfect and can only hide them for short periods. Every time the cloaking wears off, the team has to quickly take cover, hoping they won't be spotted. The tension is unbearable as they make their way through the wreckage, the sound of alien drones whizzing by just inches from them. Each moment is a race against time. They are running out of chances. As they near the entrance to the base, Major Walker gives the signal to prepare for the final assault. They are almost there, but the AI's forces aren't far behind. The base's defenses are still intact, but they won't be for long. Once the aliens realize where they are, they will stop at nothing to prevent Project Titan from being activated. Major Walker and his team have one last chance to reach the control room and activate the gravity-manipulating weapon before it's too late. Suddenly, the sky above them lights up with a terrifying display of alien weaponry. Massive explosions rip through the Earth's surface, causing buildings to collapse and sending shockwaves through the air. The sound is deafening. It feels like the entire planet is under siege. Major Walker pushes forward, his determination unwavering. He leads the team through the chaos, moving quickly but carefully, knowing they're running out of time. They finally reach the control room. The door slams open with a heavy thud, and the team rushes in. But even as they prepare to activate Project Titan, they know that the aliens are closing in fast. Major Walker takes a deep breath, knowing that the fate of the entire planet rests in their hands. With a single command, he activates the device. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, with a loud hum, the weapon powers up. Outside, the sky begins to change. A strange gravitational force starts to pull at the alien ships, drawing them toward Earth. Major Walker watches, holding his breath. The tension in the room is unbearable. Will Project Titan work? The fate of humanity depends on this one moment. The moment Major Walker and his team activate Project Titan, everything changes. The ground shakes as the gravity-manipulating device hums to life, sending a powerful shockwave across the battlefield. For a brief moment, it feels like they might have a chance. But their victory is short-lived. As soon as Project Titan begins to work, Cronus' most elite AI robots emerge from the shadows, their glowing red eyes scanning for any sign of weakness. These machines are the best of the best, designed to counter human tactics and eliminate any threats. They are faster, stronger, and smarter than anything the humans have faced so far. The fight is about to reach its most brutal stage. Major Walker and his team, armed with the best weapons available, brace for the final showdown. The stakes are higher than ever, and the atmosphere is thick with tension. The base is now a battlefield, with explosions shaking the walls and the sounds of lasers firing echoing through the corridors. The elite AI robots advance, and the humans don't have time to waste. They must fight or die. In this close-quarters combat, the soldiers have to rely on their strength, skill, and teamwork to survive. Major Walker leads from the front, his heart racing as he takes on an AI soldier with his combat knife. The sound of metal scraping against metal fills the room as Walker fights, determined to protect his team and complete the mission. Behind him, Bonner and Captain Lara are in the thick of it, taking down robots one after another. Bonner's strength and resilience shine as he takes down several robots in quick succession, while Captain Lara uses her tactical mind to outsmart the enemy, setting traps and using the environment to her advantage. But the odds are against them. As the fight intensifies, Bonner is hit by an energy blast. He falls to the ground, his armor charred and smoking. Major Walker rushes to his side, but there's no time to save him. Bonner's final words, filled with determination and loyalty, inspire Walker to keep fighting. It's a heartbreaking moment, but it strengthens Walker's resolve. He promises Bonner that he will not let his death be in vain. The battle rages on, with more robots closing in on them, but Walker's focus is unshakable. Captain Lara, too, faces a tragic fate. As she takes down the last of the robots in a corridor, an unexpected attack catches her off guard. A large, armored AI bot sneaks up behind her, and before she can react, it strikes her down. Her death is swift, but the pain of losing her is immense. Lara's sacrifice pushes Walker to his limits. He now has no choice but to finish this fight, not just for Earth, but for his fallen comrades. The final moments of the battle are a whirlwind of intense action. The team fights with everything they have left, taking on wave after wave of AI soldiers. Major Walker's leadership and determination inspire the remaining soldiers to push through the pain and grief, knowing they're fighting for something bigger than themselves. The close-quarters combat is vicious, with humans using every last bit of their strength and skill to survive. The sound of gunfire and the clash of metal fills the air, creating a cinematic spectacle of chaos and bravery. Outside, the orbital bombardment continues, the enemy ships bombarding Earth's surface with devastating force. The fight between humanity and the alien forces has reached its peak. As Major Walker and the surviving members of his team make their final push toward the control room, they know that the future of the planet rests on their shoulders. With each step they take, the weight of the mission becomes heavier, but they are ready. The elite AI robots may be formidable, but they've underestimated the power of human will. The fight is far from over, but Major Walker and his team are determined to see it through to the end. The final showdown has arrived. Major Walker stands at the heart of the control room, hands trembling as he watches the screens light up with the activation of Project Titan. The gravity-manipulating device, their last hope, hums to life with a low, powerful vibration that shakes the walls of the base. For a split second, time feels like it stands still. This is the moment they've been fighting for, the moment that will decide the fate of Earth. The alien AI fleet, hovering above Earth's atmosphere, is unaware of the power that has just been unleashed. A gravity pulse, stronger than anything the aliens have ever encountered, spreads outward from the device, pulling at the very fabric of space itself. The fleet begins to tremble. The once impenetrable ships, equipped with the most advanced technology in the galaxy, are now at the mercy of the gravity wave. One by one, the ships start to lose control, their engines failing as the pulse distorts the gravity around them. The alien forces, who had once seemed invincible, now find themselves helpless. It's an epic moment of triumph. Humanity's most desperate gamble has paid off. The tide of battle has turned. The AI's fleet is completely disabled, and the once mighty alien ships fall from the sky, crashing to the ground in a fiery explosion. One by one, the ships disintegrate in brilliant flashes of light, their advanced technology no match for the raw power of humanity's defiance. The alien forces are forced to retreat, fleeing from Earth in defeat. The sky is silent once more, the chaos of war replaced by an eerie stillness. Major Walker and his team stand victorious. But as they look around at the devastation, their joy is tempered by the immense sacrifices they've made. The bodies of fallen soldiers lie scattered across the battlefield. Bonner and Captain Lara are gone, their bravery and loyalty forever etched in the hearts of their comrades. The cost of victory has been high, and Major Walker knows that no celebration can bring back those they've lost. For Walker, the victory feels hollow. The weight of his team's sacrifices presses heavily on him. His heart aches as he remembers the faces of his fallen friends, the soldiers who gave everything for Earth's survival. Bonner's last words echo in his mind, "Make them proud, Commander." Lara's final look of determination haunts him. They were the ones who made this victory possible, and now they're gone. The thought of living in a world without them seems unbearable. As the alien ships burn in the distance, Major Walker takes a moment to himself. He steps away from the control room, walking slowly through the debris of the fallen base. His footsteps are heavy, his mind filled with memories of the battle. But he knows that their fight was worth it. Humanity has won, not just for themselves, but for the future. The sacrifice of his team, the bravery of every soldier who fought, has secured a new dawn for Earth. As the last of the alien forces retreat, Major Walker looks up at the sky. The sun begins to break through the clouds, casting a warm light over the Earth. It's a new day, a day of hope. The fight is over, but the journey is just beginning. Walker knows that the world will never forget the heroes who fought and died to protect it. Their legacy will live on, in every person who stands tall in the face of adversity, just as they did. Humanity's defiance has won the day, but the true victory lies in the hearts of those who refuse to give up, no matter the cost. Earth has survived, and Major Walker knows that they will rebuild, stronger than ever. And though the scars of war remain, so too does the strength of the human spirit. The battle for Earth is over, but the war is far from finished. Major Walker stands on the ruins of the once bustling city, the remnants of humanity's last defense scattered around him. The skies, once filled with fire and explosions, are now calm, but the silence is almost unbearable. The smoke from the fallen alien ships drifts through the air, a painful reminder of the cost of victory. As Walker looks around, he sees the destruction, the broken buildings, and the bodies of his fallen comrades. The Earth may have won, but the scars of war will never fade. His team, Bonner, Captain Lara, and many others, gave everything to ensure that humanity would survive. Their names will be remembered, but they won't ever come back. The price of this victory was far too high. Major Walker feels a weight on his chest as he reflects on the faces of those he's lost. But amidst the loss, there is hope. Earth's defenders, the survivors, begin to rebuild. They rise from the ashes, determined to make a new future. People gather, coming together to repair the damage and honor the memories of the fallen. The sun rises over the horizon, casting a golden light over the battered planet. It's a new day, a fresh start for humanity. The fight for survival has forged a stronger, more united world. Major Walker, though deeply affected by the loss, finds comfort in the thought that they have secured the future for their children, their families, and all who will come after them. He watches as survivors work side by side, rebuilding what was once lost. For the first time in a long while, he feels a spark of hope. Perhaps humanity can rise from this, stronger and more united than before. But just as Walker starts to believe that peace is within reach, something changes. As he walks through the ruins, he receives a message. The screen flashes with a warning, something is out there. His heart sinks as he reads the message, realizing that the alien AI forces, though defeated on Earth, may not be entirely gone. The message is brief, but it's enough to send a chill down his spine: the war is not over. We are watching. The message is a grim reminder that the battle with Cronus and its army is far from finished. The AI may have been dealt a severe blow, but they are far from extinct. Somewhere out there, in the vastness of space, their forces are regrouping. The possibility of another war, an even greater one, lingers in the air. Earth may have won this battle, but the larger war for survival is just beginning. As Major Walker stands alone in the quiet aftermath, he knows that his team's sacrifice has earned them a brief moment of peace, but the future remains uncertain. The possibility of a new threat, even greater than before, hangs over humanity like a dark cloud. The peace they've earned may not last long, but for now, Earth has time to prepare. The final image of Walker looking at the distant stars, aware that the danger isn't fully gone, leaves the story open for what's to come. It's a bittersweet ending, one that brings both closure and the promise of more challenges ahead. The future is uncertain, and Major Walker knows that humanity's fight for survival is far from over. But there's one thing he is sure of: as long as they stand together, they will never give up. The dawn of a new era is upon them, but it is an era filled with uncertainty. The next chapter of humanity's journey has yet to be written, and Major Walker is ready to face whatever comes next.